Lakers Report coming at you here on a Wednesday. I am Harrison Graham from Chat Sports. Dwight Howard looking to make a return to the NBA. Could the purple and gold be interested? Well, he has a meeting planned with the Golden State Warriors out there in the Bay, and we thought we'd talk about that and just kind of peruse and wonder if he could be an option for LA. A couple of years ago, his last year in the NBA, he was still an effective backup center. 6 points per game, 6 rebounds. Still get the occasional block shot as well. And obviously, Dwight Howard's had multiple stints with the Lakers, won a championship with the Lakers, and has been a key cog in the past for this organization. And look, as a depth piece, I wouldn't mind it. Now, I don't think it's super likely for LA because they added Christian Wood. Obviously, they brought in Jaxson Hayes this offseason, but I wouldn't completely dismiss it either. You look at the bigs on the roster. Wood and AD are both going to play some 4 at times, I would guess. Obviously, Jaxson Hayes strictly a 5, and Colin Castleton's on a 2-way contract. So are there minutes to potentially be had for Dwight Howard as just a pure defensive 5? I think it's possible. Now, the question is what kind of player is he? Because he was playing in Taiwan last year, hasn't been in the NBA for a couple of years. That's really the question. Now, we know one thing for sure, regardless of what else he could bring to the table. I'm still very confident that Dwight Howard could come in and be an excellent rebounder. You don't lose that skill. He could absolutely do that. Now, is he going to block a shot and a half a game, run the floor, and be an above-the-rim threat? I wouldn't say that, but we know for sure he could be a good rebounder, and it would allow AD to play more 4, which is a preference of his anyway. Now, Dwight Howard, I think, is clearly selling himself to LeBron. You see this little Instagram post here for Team USA. So, hey, he wants back in the NBA. He's visiting the Warriors. By the way, you don't want him to sign with the Warriors, in my opinion, because they need a backup center, and he could fit like a glove there. Now, you don't sign a player just so another team doesn't get him, but, hey, bring him in, work him out, see what he can bring to the table. There's certainly no harm in doing that if you are Los Angeles. What do you say? What say you? Should the Lakers sign Dwight Howard? Type S for sign, or you can type P for pass. I have some interest. I don't think it will happen, but I wouldn't completely rule it out. Let us know what you guys think. Type S for sign or P for pass. Here's an interesting thing to keep an eye on. Jrue Holiday could be a name to monitor for the Lakers as a potential trade target, as he is extension eligible in January, and with Milwaukee well into the tax, already paying Chris Middleton, they could be open to moving him depending on how this season is going. Now, you look at his remaining contract, almost $35 million this year, player option for next year, which I'm not sure if he would opt in to that or opt out and get a new deal. I think if he had a good year, he'd probably opt out, as crazy as that sounds, just turn down $37 million. But I'll say this, if you get to next offseason and he opts out, Rob Pelinka absolutely needs to show interest and do that. Now, if it's on the trade market as well, you should also do that. You brought back D'Angelo Russell as a guy that could be traded, right? He could be part of that trade package. Hell, you could trade Austin Reeves if you really wanted to. I don't think they would do Austin Reeves, but Jrue Holiday is a defensive assassin who can also shoot the ball and score at a high clip, and he just had a career high in assists with 7.4 per game. He's an excellent two-way player, one of the best two-way guards in the NBA, and if you brought him in, you think about how good this team would be defensively with him. Anthony Davis. I know LeBron isn't what he used to be, but when he locks in, he can still defend at a high level. You got Rui Hachimura. You've got guys who can play on that side of the ball. I mean, if you move D'Lo in a package to get Jrue Holiday, that would be absolutely fantastic for the Lakers. And I'll say this too, there was a report yesterday from Adrian Wojnarowski that in the next 12 to 18 months, some big-name players could be available on the trade market. Maybe Jrue Holiday falls into that category. So certainly something I'm very, very interested in. And hey, Jrue Holiday grew up in the LA area. He went to UCLA, and I think that guard spot is certainly a position that the Lakers could get a little more stable at. I like Austin Reeves a lot. D'Lo, I'm a little more lukewarm on, right? I like the addition of Gabe Vincent, but like Jrue Holiday's that guy. Like you bring him in there and then Reeves is like your second reliable guard, then you're cooking with gas. I mean, if you go Holiday and Reeves in your starting backcourt and then Vincent is your guard off the bench, that's pretty damn good, man, with LeBron, AD, Hachimura, and Christian Wood and these other pieces, Jared Vanderbilt in the front court. I'm absolutely all in on that. Now, remember, there was a report that the Lakers made an offer for Holiday back in 2020 before they ended up trading for Dennis Schroeder. So there's a history here of the Lakers being interested in Jrue Holiday, and things in Milwaukee are weird right now. Giannis has gone on the record and said, hey, if I feel like I have a better chance of winning Larry O'B elsewhere, then I'm going to do that. If the friction's real and if they aren't playing great ball to start next season, I wouldn't be shocked if Jrue Holiday became available as a trade chip for Milwaukee. So something to keep an eye on. Certainly not at this point in time. I would be shocked if he got moved before the season, but 3-6 months from now, I would not completely dismiss it. Okay, who is your dream player for the Lakers to acquire? Let us know in the comments. And among guys who could be attainable, I think Jrue Holiday fits in pretty damn well. Let us know who that player is for you. Before we get out of here, a couple of thoughts as Lakers training camp is just around the corner. I want to dive into that. But first, BetUS, place to go to bet on NFL games, NBA games once the season gets in here, NBA futures like MVP odds, conference finals, NBA title odds, all of that stuff. BetUS, the place to go. Go to chatsports.com/Lakers. Use our promo code Lakers125. What does that mean, Harrison? Well, when you create an account at chatsports.com/Lakers, put down $100, they're going to give you $125 for free with that code Lakers125. BetUS, the sports book for you. Chatsports.com/Lakers, promo code Lakers125. All right, some camp storylines. Who wins the starting center position? Who's going to be that starting five battles, because, you got three guards jockeying for two spots probably. Is AD going to start at 5? Is he going to play at 4 with a Jaxson Hayes, a Christian Wood as the starting 5? That's certainly a question. Point guard, third front court starter, definitely in the 2 to watch. And I mentioned 3 guards for 2 spots. I think we all think Austin Reeves is going to start. So the question is, does Gabe Vincent or D'Angelo Russell start at that point guard spot with Reeves playing the 2 and then occasionally playing some point as well? This is a tough call for me because I actually think Vincent's the better option, but I like D'Lo less off the bench as I do as a starter. So I would not be completely shocked if Russell started and Vincent was the guy who checked into the game first, but we'll have to wait and see. And then in that front court, you've got Christian Wood, Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt. Who's going to start next to Anthony Davis? And it's kind of a two-pronged question because if Wood starts, then that might mean AD's playing more 4. If it's Hachimura or Vanderbilt, then certainly that probably means AD's more of a 5, or is the 5 in that situation. Now, obviously, AD could still be 4 with Christian Wood as the 5, or vice versa. They're kind of interchangeable there. But the good news is the Lakers have depth, options, versatility. So excited to see what Darvin Ham cooks up. Okay, camp storyline number 2. Which free agent signings stand out? A lot of new additions on this team. What really stands out at camp and in the preseason? Obviously, you bring in a Gabe Vincent, who we just talked about, who played for a finals team in Miami. Cam Reddish, is he ready to finally be a part of an NBA rotation? He's got a lot to prove. Taurean Prince, I think he's a potential X factor wild card for this team. A kind of stretch 4 guy that can shoot the basketball. And then Jaxson Hayes, we didn't include him as a potential starting 5, but who knows? If he has a great camp and they want to keep AD at the 4, maybe he starts at the 5 and you bring Christian Wood and Jared Vanderbilt off the bench, along with Rui Hachimura. Certainly some different options there, but 4 players that I think we all want to hear more about. And then storyline number 3, can any rookies contribute? It's hard when you got a veteran win-now team, right? And especially when LeBron's on your team, it takes a while to earn his trust. So I don't know. Is Jalen Hood-Schifino, is he going to be in the rotation? I doubt it early on. Maybe he earns that opportunity as the season goes along. But I, at this point in time, do not see a scenario where a Lakers rookie is a major contributor, at least early on in the season. All right, what are you looking forward to most as training camp is upon us? What's a storyline you're keeping an eye on or a player that you're keeping an eye on? Let me know in the comments, and we'll see you guys very soon here on the Lakers Report. Training camp just around the corner, and which means the purple and gold are almost back. NBA is back. It's going to be a whole lot of fun this year. My name is Harrison Graham. We'll see you guys next time.